when most people in their 50s or 60s hear the words fatty liver, they imagine it's a condition that only affects heavy drinkers. But here's the shocking truth. More than 1 in 3 adults over the age of 50 now have non-alcoholic fatty liver disease NAFLD, and most of them have never touched a drop of alcohol. This silent epidemic is spreading rapidly, fueled by hidden sugars, processed foods, and lifestyle habits that many people believe are actually healthy. Let me tell you about one of my patients, Margaret, a 62-year-old retired teacher. She came to my clinic complaining of persistent tiredness, bloating after meals, and a heaviness around her waist that wouldn't go away no matter how carefully she ate. "Doctor," she said, "I don't drink, I don't eat fried food, and I walk every morning. So why do I feel this way?" She looked genuinely confused. And honestly, I hear that question almost every day. We ran a few basic tests, her OAT and ST, the liver enzymes that reveal how well the liver is functioning, very elevated. Her ultrasound showed that fat had begun accumulating inside her liver cells, classic signs of fatty liver disease. She was shocked. "But I thought my breakfast was healthy," she insisted. So I asked her to describe exactly what she ate in the mornings. Her typical day started with a flavored oatmeal packet, followed by a banana smoothie and a slice of whole grain toast with a bit of honey. It sounded good on paper, low fat, fiber, fruit, whole grains. But in reality, every item was quietly overworking her liver. Let's start with the flavored oatmeal. Most people think oatmeal is the perfect heart-healthy breakfast, but the problem lies in those pre-flavored packets. They're loaded with hidden sugars, sometimes 15 to 25 grams. In just one serving, even low sugar or maple-flavored varieties often contain sweeteners that spike blood glucose. When blood sugar rises quickly, your liver converts that excess sugar into fat to keep levels stable. Over time, this fat accumulates inside the liver, turning what was once a smooth, healthy organ into one dotted with fatty deposits. These tiny fat droplets clog up liver cells, slow down detoxification, and interfere with metabolism. Then comes the fruit smoothie. This is one of the biggest traps for people trying to eat healthy. Whole fruits are good for you, yes, but when you blend them, you strip away most of the fiber. Without fiber to slow digestion, your bloodstream is hit with a sudden rush of fructose, a natural sugar that the liver must process. Unlike glucose, which your muscles can use, fructose can only be broken down in the liver. When too much fructose hits the liver at once, it's quickly converted into fat. Day after day, this builds up and causes inflammation, the key driver of fatty liver disease. A better option is to eat fruits whole, or combine them with protein or healthy fats, such as an apple with a handful of almonds, or a boiled egg. The third problem was her whole grain toast. Many people don't realize that most breads labeled whole grain or brown are made mostly from refined flour with a bit of grain sprinkled on top. This means they still behave like sugar in your body, spiking insulin levels, promoting fat storage, and keeping your metabolism in fat-storing mode. Eating bread first thing in the morning, when your insulin sensitivity is already lower after age 50, makes things worse. Over time, this pattern trains the body to store fat around the belly and liver. When I explained this to Margaret, she looked completely surprised. "I thought avoiding butter and bacon was the healthy choice," she said. "Nobody told me about sugar in oatmeal or smoothies." And that's exactly the issue. Many foods marketed as low-fat or heart-healthy are filled with sugars and refined carbs that quietly damage the liver. Your liver is your body isim sungiro. It filters your blood, breaks down toxins, produces bile to digest fats, regulates hormones, and stores essential vitamins. But by the time you reach your 50s or 60s, your liver has already worked hard for decades. Its blood flow may slow, enzyme activity may decrease, and the body becomes more sensitive to sugar and toxins. Add modern diets full of sweetened foods, processed grains, and chemical additives, and your liver becomes overwhelmed. It starts to store fat inside its own cells, which leads to inflammation and scarring. That's how silent fatty liver can eventually progress to liver fibrosis, cirrhosis, or even liver cancer, often without any pain or symptoms until it's advanced. The symptoms can be subtle: constant fatigue, unexplained weight gain around the belly, mild nausea, poor digestion, itchy skin, brain fog, and difficulty concentrating. Some people even notice yellowish skin or dark circles under their eyes. All early clues that the liver is struggling. But here's the hopeful part. The liver can heal itself. Eat. It's one of the few organs in the human body that can fully regenerate if you remove the triggers and give it the nutrients it needs. Within weeks, you can reduce liver fat, lower inflammation, and restore enzyme balance naturally without medication. Here's the morning reset I often recommend. Start your day with a glass of warm water with lemon to stimulate bile flow and help flush out toxins. Avoid anything that spikes blood sugar in the morning. No sugary cereals, no flavored oats, and no fruit juices or smoothies. Instead, go for protein-rich breakfasts like eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or nuts. Add antioxidant-rich vegetables such as spinach or bell peppers, which help reduce inflammation. If you enjoy coffee, black coffee without sugar can actually support liver detox enzymes. After breakfast, move your body. Even a 10-minute walk can make a big difference. Physical movement helps your liver process fats more efficiently, improves circulation, and keeps your metabolism active. And throughout the day, drink enough water and include foods that naturally support liver repair, such as leafy greens, garlic, turmeric, and beetroot. When Margaret followed this plan, her transformation was remarkable. In just 6 weeks, her bloating disappeared, her energy returned, and she even lost a few inches around her waist. Her follow-up blood tests showed normal liver enzyme levels. "Doctor," she said, smiling, "I had no idea my healthy breakfast was making me sick." That's the moment many people realize it. It's not just about avoiding alcohol or fried food. It's about understanding how everyday health foods can silently overload your liver. So if you're over 50, feeling tired, or struggling with stubborn belly fat, don't ignore the signs. Your liver might be waving a quiet red flag. Give it the care it deserves. Cut the sugar, skip the processed foods, eat clean, stay active, and drink plenty of water. Because when your liver is healthy, everything else, your energy, digestion, skin, and even your mood begins to improve. Your liver doesn't need miracles. It just needs a little respect every morning.